this assessment of men that they are stronger than what they really are.
Yeah.
And that's not to say you aren't strong, but it also isn't to say that you aren't tender.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you are affected by
Yeah.
words, especially the words of the person that you love. Like,
Right.
I think I had to realize that my words land very hard on you in positive ways and in negative ways.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to steward my language in a way that damages you more than it builds you up, which is what scripture says. Like your words have the power of life, and death is in the power of the tongue. That's not a supernatural power. It just means it has the power to shift and influence and change even people's like sense of self and identity.
I also want to say that I think the woman, the wife, shouldn't underestimate all those little jabs is can be making your husband lose respect for you.
Interesting.
In a way that you probably don't even realize.
What does that look like? A man losing respect for his wife?
Because when a person doesn't feel safe, and a person feels like you're not honoring them in the way that you should honor them, they can start to see you as an enemy, even though they love you,
That's
right?
true.
And they
Yeah.
can start to see you as somebody who's going to like, and I get it. You're saying that sometimes women do that to make themselves feel safe, but it's like you don't understand. Like, you tearing me down is making me like retreat and not have good thoughts about my interaction with you, not have good thoughts about the way I don't see you as a safe space, but I see you as somebody who's going to tear me down to protect themselves every single time.
Wow.
And I think, I've seen so many men lose respect for their wives in that way. And granted, I mean, I'm not talking about, I got to clarify. I'm not talking about the trash husbands who out there, abusing their wives. I'm talking about, good men who probably, married a woman who had some bad experiences with a man in the past, and they don't even realize like how affected their husbands are with their sharp tongues. It's like you've wounded me so many times. I don't even know how to receive you anymore. I don't even know how to be myself. I'm like for me, I'm it's better off for me to be angry and to be guarded and to be like this cold person than to open myself up to you, because I don't know when the next sharp word is gonna come.
Yeah.
And so you can paint yourself to be like a very unsafe space to a man, and to a point where he doesn't trust you anymore. And so I think that communication is just key, because
I remember I don't know who told me. It might have been Melody, one of my mentors, or it might have been a sermon, but it was kind of this word that in marriage your spouse is not your enemy.
yeah.
And that sounds like, yeah, of course. Like we went to the altar and we exchanged rings and we have sex. Like, where's not? But we can function that way.
Yeah.
Where the person that we are united with in one flesh, we treat like an enemy. And we have to do the work of like fighting against that lie. Because the truth is, if anybody is for me, it should be and is going to be you.